life without its hunger. Each restless heart beats so imperfectly. But when you come and I am filled with wonder, sometimes I think I glimpse eternity.
Max Elbin taught 6 United States presidents a simple game to provide a diversion from the demands of the Oval Office. For Elbin himself, golf was more than a diversion. The PGA head professional at Burning Tree Club outside Washington, D.C., serving as PGA president from 1966 to 68. This term challenged Elbin, with pressures perhaps exceeding the burdens carried by any other past PGA president.
During his time was some of the most tumultuous times in the history of the PGA.
He was the president when the PGA Tour players wanted to take control of their own segment of the association. They really wanted to have their own association.
The PGA's last 3-year president, Elbin brought a quiet resolve to the difficult times. His respected style and demeanor could not eliminate the issues, but he was able to make the best of a tough situation.
The biggest thing, he was very much into the face-to-face meetings, the habit of discussions, to try to figure out the best compromise for both parties. The division was going to happen, there was no way to stop it, and he just wanted to make sure that the PGA of America, through the statement of principles, stayed as strong as it was at that point in time.
His style to me was to be very quiet. He didn't speak often, but when he did speak, we all listened.
And I think that went a long way in really cooling the hot relationships and making it better for everybody.
He fought hard for the PGA to salvage as much as they could from that controversy, and he did a good job, and he'll be remembered for that.
You look at sometimes people in the right places at the right time for a reason, and Mr. Elbin just did a great job creating the division and keeping the PGA of America as strong as it is today.
Under the leadership of Elbin, decisions made more than 40 years ago do indeed underpin the health of today's PGA of America. Following the negotiations, the PGA retained control of the PGA Championship. Along with the obvious benefit of holding on to one of golf's 4 majors, Elbin also helped secure a seemingly insignificant event that proved to be much, much more. At the time of the PGA agreement in 1968, the Ryder Cup was a friendly but not particularly competitive competition between American and British professionals.
We wish Captain Ben Hogan, Captain Diaries, and their team great success and great golf.
The 1967 matches were the largest rout in the U.S. dominated records. But right after the PGA split, the 1969 matches finished in a tie, one of only 2 ties in Ryder Cup history, and a foreshadowing of the event's current spirit and prominence.
At that time, it probably didn't look like much because the Ryder Cup wasn't making any money, and the PGA was making very little. And now, as it turned out to be very good for the PGA. Max could see in the future. Did a great job.
After working to retain control of the Ryder Cup, he helped improve the event.
When I came here to Burning Tree, he was the honorary president of the PGA of America. And he was in charge of, I remember the first year I was here, he was in charge of the Ryder Cup. He was in the process of making sure that the Ryder Cup was upgraded and that the things were done, first class.
Devoted to the PGA at both the Middle Atlantic section and national levels, Elbin consistently stressed education for his fellow PGA professionals. During Elbin's term as president, PGA business school attendance became mandatory for membership. For more than 50 years, Burning Tree Club seemed like a PGA school during Elbin's time there. Nearly 40 assistants went on to PGA head professional jobs. The high standards at Burning Tree groomed the staff for future career success.
He had a great long career of being a mentor to a great many golf professionals that came after him. He was everything that a golf professional should be.
Max used to go into his shop. This is how he trained his assistants. And he wanted the shop cleaned every day. So Max would hide a sheet of paper under the shirts. And if the sheet of paper wasn't moved, Max knew that they didn't do those shirts.
You have never seen a cleaner place in your life. I remember we had a linoleum floor. We put so much wax on that linoleum floor, I thought it had risen about 10 inches, but it was just immaculate.
While Elbin expected excellence, he treated his staff with the same respect that he gave the influential members of Burning Tree.
At Burning Tree, you have senators and congressmen and heads of companies and all that. So you come in contact with a lot of very important and powerful people. And then you turn around and on the other side of the shop are the caddies and the support people and the greenskeepers and all that. And he treated everyone the same.
Max was a very elite club. And to me, he was an elite president of the PGA, but he wasn't an elitist. He was a rank and file guy.
In 1946, the 26-year-old Elbin became Burning Tree's head professional. In a move usually reserved for United States presidents, he was named an honorary member of Burning Tree after 30 years at the club. After Elbin passed away in 2008, President George Herbert Walker Bush expressed his respect and admiration.
Dear Mary, I am one of the lucky ones. I knew Max up close and personal. He gave up on me becoming a good golfer, but with that great humor of his, he never gave up on teaching us all to love and respect the game. Max Elbin was a true gem, and I will never forget his kindness to me. My condolences to you and your family. Respectfully, George Bush, 41.
The inaugural Legend of the PGA 1995 honoree and a member of the inaugural 2005 PGA Golf Professional Hall of Fame class, Max Elbin left both an emotional and tangible legacy.
He was gentle, yet assertive. He was very determined, yet laid back. He was really a contradiction, which is a very flattering thing to say.
Obviously, a gentleman of first class, a wonderful leader, and certainly had great wisdom concerning the game of golf.
As far as how to be a PGA golf professional and a businessman and a great, wonderful person, he had it all.